Sad news has struck the heart of Red Sox Nation. Former Boston Red Sox outfielder and fan favorite Mike Greenwell has passed away after a courageous battle with medullary thyroid cancer. The news was confirmed by the team on Thursday, leaving the baseball community and fans across generations mourning the loss of one of the game's most dedicated and beloved players. For those who grew up watching the Red Sox during the 1980s and 1990s, Greenwell wasn't just a name on the roster. He was a symbol of consistency, determination, and loyalty, the kind of player who embodied everything Boston stood for. The Red Sox organization released a heartfelt statement on social media, saying, "We are deeply saddened by the passing of Red Sox Hall of Famer Mike Greenwell. The Gator spent his entire career in a Red Sox uniform and was a beloved fixture of Fenway and Fort Myers. He gave so much to Lee County and Sox Nation. We send our love to the Greenwell family." These words captured the spirit of a man whose influence stretched far beyond the baseball diamond. Greenwell wasn't just remembered for what he did in a Red Sox uniform. He was remembered for the heart and grit he carried in every game, every swing, and every community he touched after retiring from the sport. Mike Greenwell's story is one of passion, perseverance, and love for the game. Born and raised in Louisville, Kentucky, Greenwell's journey to the major leagues was one driven by hard work rather than hype. When the Red Sox selected him in the third round of the 1982 MLB draft, he was seen as a promising but modest prospect. A left-handed hitter with potential, but not the flash of some of his contemporaries. Yet, through years of training, patience, and an unrelenting will to improve, Greenwell carved his own path to greatness. He would go on to wear the Red Sox uniform for all 12 seasons of his major league career, an increasingly rare feat in an era of frequent trades and short-lived loyalty. He made his big league debut in 1985, entering a roster filled with stars and veterans. But he quickly made a name for himself. Early in his career, he was known for his steady bat and his ability to make contact, a player who didn't always seek the spotlight, but delivered when it mattered most. Greenwell didn't burst onto the scene immediately. Instead, he developed quietly and steadily. By 1988, however, he was impossible to overlook. That year, he produced one of the finest individual seasons in Red Sox history, earning his first All-Star selection and finishing second in the American League MVP voting behind Jose Canseco. It was a season defined by precision, power, and pure consistency. 192 hits, 22 home runs, and 119 RBIs, all while maintaining a stellar .325 batting average. That performance solidified his place as one of the premier hitters of his time and a cornerstone of the Boston lineup. Greenwell's offensive ability was marked not just by numbers, but by his style. He was a line drive hitter who could turn any pitch into a scoring opportunity. His discipline at the plate, his smooth left-handed swing, and his quiet confidence made him one of the most respected hitters in the American League. Fans adored him for his unassuming nature. He wasn't a showboat, but rather the kind of player who let his bat do the talking. In many ways, he reflected the working-class spirit of Boston itself. Determined, resilient, and fiercely loyal. During his career, Greenwell accumulated more than 1,400 hits, 275 doubles, 387 triples, 30 home runs, and 726 RBIs, an impressive stat line that highlighted his consistency and skill. His career batting average of .303 stood as a testament to his precision and reliability, the mark of a player who could be counted on day in and day out. He walked 460 times and struck out rarely, proving he was a smart, patient hitter. Beyond statistics, though, Greenwell's leadership and professionalism earned him immense respect from teammates, coaches, and opponents alike. After retiring from baseball in 1996, Greenwell's life continued to be one of purpose and community. He didn't chase fame or the spotlight. Instead, he invested his time and heart into the people around him. Living in Lee County, Florida, he became known not just as a former athlete, but as a local hero, a man who gave back through charity work, youth mentorship, and local events. He opened a family entertainment park, Greenwell's Bat-a-Ball and Family Fun Park, which became a beloved spot for families and fans who wanted to connect with the game, and the man who once graced Fenway's left field. Greenwell also stayed close to the Red Sox organization, often appearing at events and spring training facilities in Fort Myers. He was always approachable, often sharing stories from his playing days, always smiling when talking about the fans who supported him through every stage of his career. He carried himself with humility, rarely focusing on his own achievements, but rather on how the game had shaped his life. In 2024, when Greenwell revealed he had been diagnosed with medullary thyroid cancer, fans were heartbroken but not surprised by his bravery. Known throughout his career as the Gator for his toughness and tenacity, he faced this battle with the same quiet determination that defined his time on the field. He didn't ask for sympathy or attention. Instead, he used his diagnosis as a way to spread awareness and encourage others to get regular checkups and never take health for granted. Even in his toughest moments, Greenwell continued to inspire others, showing courage, optimism, and grace in the face of adversity. Medullary thyroid cancer is a rare form of cancer that develops in the cells of the thyroid gland and can be challenging to treat. Greenwell underwent treatments and continued to fight with unwavering spirit. Those close to him said he never lost his sense of humor or his kindness. He continued spending time with his family, friends, and fans, remaining a pillar of positivity in his community until the very end. His death has left a deep void in Red Sox Nation and beyond. Former teammates have described him as the ultimate teammate, a player who always had others' backs. Fans remember his signature number 39 jersey, his relentless work ethic, and his heartfelt interactions with the crowd at Fenway Park. Greenwell may not have been the flashiest player of his generation, but his authenticity made him unforgettable. He was a player who represented what it meant to be a Red Sox, loyal, passionate, and resilient through every challenge. Tributes have poured in from across the baseball world. Red Sox legends, fans, and sports writers alike have shared memories of Greenwell's time with the team, from his heroic performances in clutch moments to his reputation as one of the kindest men in baseball. Many remember the 1988 season as the year Greenwell carried the Red Sox on his shoulders, hitting with precision and confidence that made even opposing teams admire him. That year, he came close to capturing the MVP award, finishing second to Canseco's historic 40-40 season. But for Boston fans, Greenwell was always the real MVP. Even though he didn't have a World Series title to his name, Greenwell's legacy is one of enduring pride. He represented the Red Sox during a pivotal era, between the heartbreaks of the 1980s and the rebirth of the team in the 2000s. His time in Boston bridged generations of fans and laid the groundwork for the culture of commitment that would later define the franchise. He proved that greatness isn't always measured in championships, but in the respect and admiration you earn along the way. Greenwell's influence extended to the next generation as well. He remained active in youth sports, mentoring young players and reminding them that talent was only part of success. Character and hard work were what truly mattered. To him, baseball was never just a game. It was a way of teaching life's most important lessons: perseverance, teamwork, and humility.